India is very energy hungry. The climate is changing, global warming is happening. In all of this, many suggest the only solution is to have nuclear power. India has an end-to-end program on nuclear energy, and I have with me Mr. Bhuvan Chandra Pathak. He's the chairman cum managing director of the Nuclear Park Corporation of India Limited. Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar, Pallavji.
Always a pleasure learning and listening to you. Mr. Pathak, what is the status of nuclear plants in India? How many do we have? The government has already announced we need to go to 100 gigawatts. Are you prepared?
Yes, today we have a fleet of 25 reactors. Total installed capacity is 8,880 megawatt, and 17 reactors are under different stages of construction. And every year we are going to have at least one reactor to be commissioned. In addition to this, we have a target of taking this capacity from 8,880 megawatt to 22,000 megawatt by 31-32. And overall target up to 2047, that is the target set by Government of India to make India a developed country. We want to take it to 100 gigawatt, and NPCIL will have at least 50% of contribution, and for which we already have plans, we have the sites available, and first we will have multiple fleets of 10 reactors of 700
megawatt.
Yeah.
And so how many do we see right now? Our specialization is in pressurized heavy water reactors. 700 megawatt is what we have now normalized at. There was a little bit of trouble commissioning the 700 megawatt. Has that been sorted? And now in fleet mode, will we be able to give the country in good progression?
Yeah, because we started our program sometime in late 60s. And we all know we developed our program under the technological denial regime. So we developed everything. So we graduated from 220 megawatt to 540 megawatt, then 700 megawatt, because it's a evolution stage, and we only are working for this. So there are bound to be initial teething problem. We have overcome all those problems. We have commissioned 3 700 megawatt reactors, and we have overcome all the problems, and they are operating very well now.
So they are producing electricity and giving it to the grid?
Yes, they are producing.
And you said there is some fleet mode work. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the fleet mode work and how many are we in the progress?
So as I told, there are 17 reactors. Out of these 17 reactors, 4 reactors are 1000 megawatt being set up at Kudamkulam, unit 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that is with Russian collaboration.
Yeah, and 13 reactors, 700 megawatt are in different stages of construction. So if I basically start from Rajasthan 8 is in the advanced stage of commissioning. Then comes Haryana 1 and 2. And then there are 10 reactors of first fleet reactors, and out of this first reactor of Kaiga 5-6, where we already have excavation completed. We are waiting approval from AERB for first pour of concrete. So I am very hopeful by this year end, we should be in a position to go for first pour of concrete in Kaiga 5-6. So that will be the first reactor. And apart from this, we have taken approval from our department for...
Which is the Department of Atomic Energy.
For second fleet of 10 reactors of 700 megawatt. And we are trying to use the existing sites, Kakrapara, Rajasthan and Narora. So 6 reactors will be set up of 700 megawatt there. We already have prepared a DPR, and we are going to submit to Government of India for its approval. Apart from this, we already have a site in Madhya Pradesh. This is Bhimpur, and there are 4 sites which already had been given in principle approval for Government of India. But now we have the consent from Madhya Pradesh government for allocation of water. So that also will be part of the second stage. So this will be the second fleet. And we want to have one more fleet to complete our 50% of share. So for this site selection, that process is going on. And once we select a site, and our our objective is to have around 6 to 8 reactors at one place, so that the cost advantage can be taken.
Now, can India become a Viksit Bharat or a developed country without the use of fission nuclear energy?
We have two twin rather objective. One is to become Viksit Bharat by 2047. Other one is to become net carbon zero emission by 2070.
70.
As per the reports, to basically bring the 30 trillion US dollar economy, so we need to triple our energy requirement. So accordingly, electricity requirement also is going to increase. So today it is around 460. So 1300, 1400, that kind of level we have to reach. And to become a developed nation, so we need base load requirement. To address climate change, we need to go towards the cleaner energy. So
meaning we'll have to move away from coal and gas and carbon emissions.
So there are various technologies. CCUS will be there, biomass will be there, renewables will be there like solar or wind, but we need base load requirement. So nuclear is going to play that role. So minimum projection is 100, but we may need to go for much higher. So nuclear is going to play a major role to achieve these targets.
Sir, every time NPCIL has promised but not delivered.
Yes.
How do you promise? Can you keep your hand on your heart and say, this time NPCIL will deliver what is promised?
We have, for last 3 years, every year we have given one reactor, 700 megawatt. And I would invite you to various sites where activities are going on full swing. Rajasthan 8 is going to come next year. Kudamkulam 4 reactors are coming there. And today, around 17,000 odd contract labor is working there. So bubbling with the activity that's there. I am very much confident, and we already, it is not a plan, 17 reactors under different stages of implementation today. And NPCIL is geared up to basically take this target to the level which we have decided.
See, we have a 220 megawatt PHWR, 540 megawatt PHWR, 700 megawatt PHWR, but we also have, after the Indo-US civilian nuclear deal, the possibility of importing reactors, and only ones we have imported are the Russian reactors at Kudankulam. Leave aside Tarapur 1 and 2, which came long ago. What is the status on the French and the American nuclear reactor deals?
As you know, as far as imported reactors are concerned, 2 reactors are already operating, 4 reactors are under construction in Kudankulam. So, and we are in discussion with French as well as Westinghouse US. Sites already have been acquired, and once all the technical issues are resolved, so we are basically open for this. And in fact, to achieve the kind of target we have set, we need large size reactors. And the imported reactor definitely will fill that gap.
So both Jaitapur and which is the other side you're currently looking for? Kovda for Westinghouse. Yeah. So both are under active consideration, yes, or have they been given up?
No, our team is already working. They are in the discussion with the techno-commercial discussions are already going on. Yeah.
Okay. Now, there is also the need for having private sector in nuclear power, and the government has made that initial push towards that. You already have a joint venture with NTPC. What is the status of private sector entering nuclear power?
See, the kind of target government of India has set, there has to be multiple nuclear power corporations.
So many NPCIL and NPCIL babies.
Many NPCIL, and we welcome this step number 1. And then wherever possible, we are trying to handhold everyone. So the first example is we have already incorporated a joint venture with NTPC, where activities have already started. We have already issued request for proposal from private parties. Since as per the current regime, it is only central government or PSUs of central government or joint venture of central government PSUs can operate. So that is why the responsibility for for setting up the nuclear power plant, including operation, maintenance, and liability part, has been taken by. This is a basic concept behind this BSR, and there is overwhelming response from the private sectors. And another thing is today it is NPCIL who is constructing nuclear power plant at the cheapest rate. Our latest completed reactor is 16 crore per megawatt.
16 crore per
16
megawatt.
crore per.
And how many years do you take from start to
We
finish?
took time. I'm not, of course, we completed many reactors like Tarapur, Kaiga 3 and 4, Rajasthan 5, 6 in less than 5 years.
Correct.
But we have taken time not only because of the reason attributable to us, because when we started this reactor, incidentally, the Fukushima accident took place in March 2011, and this is the reason we had to undergo the entire review process, and so that is why the delay took place. So now we are confident because we have the site, we have the design. The design is frozen now. So I'm very much hopeful that things will move very fast now.
Now, 700 megawatt PHWR, the stumbling block could be fuel. What is the status of, are we going to be importing for these fleet mode reactors fuel, and where will we be getting the uranium fuel?
See, I don't have any doubt about the fuel supply because today we are importing to feed our reactors. 8 reactors are fed by our own fuel, but we are getting fuel, and there is no dearth of, at least in next 22,000 or 25,000 megawatt. I don't feel there is any problem as far as fuel is, because fuel is available. Of course, prices are going up, but there are agencies available. And of course, we have the 3-stage program where probably our idea is not to basically import anything, everything would be. But till then, I don't find any issue as far as fuel is concerned.
No, because there was concern, especially from Dr. Anil Kakodkar, when this 100 gigawatt announcement came from the government of India, saying that if India decides to do 100 gigawatts, we would be buying almost 50% to 2/3 of all uranium of the world. And if that is the case, then the prices could shoot up. Is that something which you have factored in, and you are aware that we will be able to get that fuel? Because we are short of uranium ourselves.
Definitely, we are definitely short of, but the prices are definitely going up, but still we are able to source. Of course, maybe we'll have to venture into some other areas like acquiring mines outside. Those kind of things we have to do, but I think should not be a problem. This is what I feel.
Now, the other thing which Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced was Bharat Small Reactor and Bharat Small Modular Reactor. What is the status of this two projects?
I discussed about the Bharat Small Reactor. It is basically 220 megawatt reactor, which already we are operating, and with little bit of change, like
so still 220 megawatt PHWR.
PSWR. And we are basically trying to reduce the exclusion zone so that requirement of land comes down.
So from what to what are we trying to reduce? It used to be 1.6 kilometers.
It used to be 1.6, so we are trying to reduce, bring to well below the 1 kilometer.
1 kilometer. And how are we doing that?
We are strengthening this containment. For 220 megawatt, it is the steel concrete containment. Correct. And we are going to put steel liner, as we have done in case of 700 megawatt or in Kudamkulam 1000 megawatt, and then some hermetically sealed electrical penetrations, because these are the areas where leakage may take place. So with this, we are able to bring it to less than 1 kilometer.
And will our regulator agree to your changes?
Yeah, as a designer, we are convinced. So regulator will definitely agree for this, because we are convinced. First, the designer has to convince.
Okay. Now, what about the Bharat Small Modular Reactor?
Bharat Small Reactor is nothing but a reactor being developed on pressurized water technology basis. Up till now, we were working in the PSWR. This is being developed by BARC and NPCIL together,
which is the Bhabha Atomic Research Center.
Bhabha Atomic Research Center, and the reactor core is being designed by Bhabha Atomic Research Center, and the other process systems, civil structures, containment, everything by Nuclear Power Corporation. So there is a team working together, and the basic aim of this is to upscale the capacity of the reactor to higher level, maybe 1000 or 1200 or 1400, and at the same time bring it down to lower levels also, maybe 50 or 100 megawatt. So that will give you a range of reactor capacity, and which is the need of the country today. We need to have all kind of reactors, all capacities of reactors.
By when will we have our first Bharat small modular reactor, at least a design frozen, ready and cleared for construction at a site?
The design is very advanced stage, I would say. Design is very in advanced stage, and it is very difficult, but I expect in 2 to 3 years time we should be able to start construction. This is what I feel.
And what kind of enrichment of fuel are we looking at in a Bharat small modular reactor?
It is a normal enrichment like we have in Kudamkulam, and India has the capability to produce the fuel.
Now, for the private sector to come in, there are two basic things which the private sector wants. One, that they have complete control, which is 51% stake. And the second is a change in the liability regime. Both the laws are under process. What is the status of these two amendments? Are they likely to come to the parliament? And does NPCIL welcome, or you are still holding back and saying, no, we are the big bosses, we will do all nuclear?
So as far as the detailing is concerned, because I am not privy to the information because it is being done by the government, but NPCIL and everyone in NPCIL is welcoming this step, because we, as I told, we want to have many such companies who are already basically should be in that business, so that one company alone cannot mobilize those many resources. So that is the reason why we are going for various joint ventures. We are signing MOUs with various PSUs. We are signing MOU with, recently we have signed MOU with Mahajanko, PSU of Maharashtra. Yeah. So we wholeheartedly welcome this, and wherever possible we'll support those agencies, whether public sector or private entities. We'll support in all respects.
So what will it be? Government owned, NPCIL operated, or NPCIL owned, private sector operated?
So once the sector is opened, then any private sector will act as nuclear power corporation. They will own everything, and whatever support is required, we'll provide that.
So who will own the fuel? Suppose Reliance or Adani's want to set up a nuclear power plant. Right now, even NPCIL does not own its nuclear fuel. Department of Atomic Energy owns it. What happens to the fuel in the private sector?
See, as of now, fuel and heavy water is owned by Government of India.
Correct.
I'm not very sure what would be the arrangement, and let us see how the act basically comes forward.
Sure, because see, owning a nuclear plant, making is easy, but running it for 60 plus years is like having a tiger by the tail, I am told. So it's not everybody is game to get into nuclear. It may be romantic, but it's not easy. Do you agree with that?
Once you are into nuclear, you are forever in the nuclear. Because once you start constructing, so you have to be there till decommissioning. So that is very much clear, whether it is NPCIL or anyone else. So once we marry, then it is forever.
So you're upbeat about India reaching 100 gigawatts with NPCIL and additional support? Are you upbeat as chairman cum managing director of NPCIL?
Yes, I'm fully confident, and probably at least from NPCIL side, we are looking beyond whatever we have decided 54 gigawatt from our end. We want to go beyond that. So we are literally working on this, especially selecting new sites, and fortunately we have good balance sheets, so money also should not be a problem. We are upbeat.
Are our reactors safe?
We have the 700 megawatt is the safest reactor in the world. So there is no question of, there is 100% safety, and we have introduced everything, whatever is possible in any reactor. We have the best design features. We have the latest, whatever lesson we have learned, the world has learned from the Fukushima accident, everything has been incorporated into 700 megawatt. So all reactors are very safe, and the older reactor we have already upgraded to take care of anything which otherwise would have taken place. And you know the safety record of NPCIL is extremely good. We have been in this.
So how many years of nuclear experience do we have now? Now that you have 25 reactors running, and Tarapur has been running for a long time.
So we are into this business since 1969. Since then we have been operating these reactors, and there has not been any single incident there of release of activity beyond a certain level. There had been only 3 major accidents. One is in USA 1979, then Chernobyl 1986 in USS at that time, and then 2011. So all these 3 countries are developed countries. So we don't have any. We have the record of running a reactor for 961 days. So we have impeccable safety record.
So no fear of Fukushima in India?
Nothing. I'm absolutely clear. No fear, because everything is there, and our reactors are manned by graduate engineers. Every year we are recruiting 400 bright students from the colleges. So I'm 100% confident our reactors are fully safe.
There was also the fear that NPCIL will be transferred to the Ministry of Power. What is happening to that? The DAE will be divested of NPCIL. Does NPCIL welcome move to Ministry of Power?
I'm not aware. NPCIL is NPCIL. Of course, we are 100% subsidiary of Government of India. So we are part of DAE. I'm not aware. Basically, our role is to develop nuclear power technology, generate electricity, which is environment friendly, human friendly. This is our role. It is up to the Government of India. So wherever we are there, we are NPCIL.
So you will promise to give low carbon base load electricity to India for a long time?
Yes, because the lifetime emission from nuclear reactor is at par with wind. And every year we are saving around 40 million tons of carbon dioxide emission. So we are giving the cleanest form of electricity to the country.
And you say also safe.
This safe, 100% safety.
Thanks a lot for speaking to me.
Thank you.
Bhuvanchand Pathak ji, Chairman cum Managing Director, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, telling us that nuclear power is safe, low carbon, and if India has to become a developed country, we need nuclear power. So if India has to be a developed country, it's inevitable that nuclear power be used. India has not had any accident like Fukushima or Chernobyl till now, and hopefully never. If India has to become developed, nuclear is the solution for India. And the government has already mandated that India needs to ramp up its nuclear power to 100 gigawatts very soon. In New Delhi, Pallav Bagla for NDTV.